Coming to you live here in Diamond Fisheries over in Hyderabad. We are here with the 57th, count it, 57th edition of ESL Open Cup Asia Division. I am, of course, your host, Queen Elix, and with me today is El Pimiento Rojo Picante que eligio no usar el flapper himself, like underscore VIP. How are you doing, like?
I'm disappointed you didn't whip out the New Zealand accent.
Yeah.
God damn it, Yaku. What's up, Yaku? What's up, everyone? We are back with some beautiful ESL Open Cup Asia, as you said, and mates. Of course, we had to start with our guy here.
Of course we do. Over here in the top left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the top left-hand corner of Death Aura. LE, the Red Terran player, coming out from the land of South Korea. He did not even want to come back into playing StarCraft 2 about a month ago, but now he's on a team. That team is Team GP. We have Ryung.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Death Aura LE, it's someone who we have not seen here for quite some time. He used to be more of a regular in ESL Open Cup Asia. He has made his return in 2021. It is North America himself. It is, of course, the Blue Protoss player. It is MCanning.
I got a little bit of a fun fact here before we started in on this particular lobby. We're trying to get, players and casters in, trying to cast this particular match. Glide came in to inform us. By the way, MCanning is North America. I did not realize he was referring to his name. I thought he meant MCanning is the embodiment. He is North America. He is NA. He carries it.
He is the, as you said, he's the embodiment of North America here this week. In the past, we've had players like Reaper, and to be fair, Reaper is in the bracket today. I was very tempted to follow him against Maxed, but making his return, the king himself. We got to see how the canning does against Ryung.
That we absolutely do, and I do have to make a quick little confession here, though, to MCanning himself, who is listening. I don't actually know much about his playstyle apart from Disruptors.
Was that the Disruptors? Other than the Disruptors, of course, there was that season, I believe it was autumn/fall of DreamHack, where it was during the era of Eternal Empire, where the mothership he was the one using the mothership to great success. Yeah.
Everyone thought he was mad, but it worked.
It did, and he was actually, at the top of his region. And so everyone's surprised.
Every time he lost 400, that power actually just strengthened him. It went right back into his veins.
It did.
And speaking of getting strength, Ryung, I'm liking that quick eBay.
Yeah, of course you would. It isn't quite an eBay first, but as you said, a very fast engineering bay. Of course, getting an incredibly quick +1. This is why I love Ryung. He always comes out with really interesting, really smart builds. And so far, it has gone unscouted, and this is gonna be unexpected and hit hard.
Yeah, to say the least. If only sprays provided vision.
That would be OP.
It would.
Just like this unit right here.
It'd be like wards, Except you can't get rid of them. But you can only spray one place, so you have to make it count.
What if you spray on top of your opponent's spray and then it gets rid of it?
Ooh.
Oh, he scouts it!
Does in fact scout that. He knows a 2-rags is coming for him, which again just sort of puzzles me a little bit more here. Like, you normally see, instead of this engineering bay, just an additional rags, just so you can get, a couple more Marines, maybe some more Marauders here. But I'm curious to see whether quality over quantity is actually going to work out here.
Yeah, because this timing will hit, like +1 and combat shields will finish up, but how hard is this going to hit, especially because MCanning knows it. Immediately he threw down a second shield battery. We have another pylon being thrown down as well to help power the shield batteries towards the front. I'd be very surprised if Ryung can actually get something done here.
Yeah, that we'll have to see. He's not even prioritizing a stim that much, so I don't think he's definitely not all in. He's perhaps just looking to contain his opponent here. He's supposed to try to break into that natural base.
Yeah, he pokes in, he sees there's no third there on the low ground, he reinforces his army. I guess he's just gonna rotate around and just kind of chill, like he and as you said, like, he's not all in. I think because he knew that he got scattered as well, he's just like transitioning, he's just, you know, throwing down the rest of his production.
Yes. Yeah, might as well at this point. Play it out into a nice, more standard macro game. A little concerned that Ryung hasn't started a third base as of yet, but you know, to be fair, if this was a normal game, then you wanna delay that a little bit in PvP.
True, like because his initial plan was to go for that +1 timing and he got scattered, he respects his opponent enough to not attempt to go into the natural. He would expect him to be able to hold here, so he may just be transitioning into a 2-base all-in, like, because of how delayed that third is.
Yeah, he is prioritizing getting those upgrades down for his Marauders, and he is pumping up them Medivacs light.
That he is.
I think we all know where this is going.
Yeah, like +1 armor is on the way. You know, concussive shell and stim will be finishing up this time, so I guess he's gonna just push out with 2 Medivacs and then see what he can get done.
Yeah, I think pretty important to note here is that MCanning definitely had some fear struck into him. He has these Phoenixes, but he's still keeping them back at home, completely blind as to where Ryung is on the map or what he's even doing. The probe is trying to scout around, trying to make sure that, you know, that Bioforce has left, but he doesn't really know what's coming for him next.
Oh, okay.
That gets a pretty good.
Yeah,
still.
It does. The Adept does scout the army, so okay, now MCanning knows the push is coming. He should be consolidating his forces here. He does have a Colossus. He of course has, or he should have, a shield battery overcharge available to him here at this base. But I mean, I guess with the Medivacs, like, we could see Ryung just elevator in. Oh, he has to be careful with the Phoenixes.
Potentially, yeah. He's got a lot of Marines, which definitely helps. But he does need to not be a little bit too reckless here. Putting that Marauder in the front, absolutely what you want to do against these Colossus. And without thermal lance, it's kind of hard for MCanning to engage into them. Really liking the positioning here for Ryung, isolating his Marauders, not letting any of that splash damage hit his Marines.
Oh yeah, and what's really interesting is being very conservative with his stims. Like, he hasn't stimmed his entire army at all yet. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's going straight for it. We're straight in there for a second, not sure what that was about. So it's a couple of Marauders left, but very, very badly bruised. Ryung, recognizing he can't break this, I'm a little surprised he didn't go for that third base, but he is sending in reinforcements. Yeah,
now he has a tank to join the fray as well. He was able to shave off a couple of Phoenixes, only 2 left. Again, these 2 Colossus are so naked right now. He's going to try and rotate down. There is a shield battery here at the base.
He's going to make the absolute best use of it. There's still a lot of DPS here for Ryung, but he is essentially a glass cannon. He needs to make sure he doesn't take too many Colossus balls to the face. Really good prevention of those Phoenixes taking out the tanks, but look at that. 2 Colossus of thermal lance shreds through those Marines, and Ryung, not much of a force left.
Exactly. I love that as well. The target fire on those Phoenixes was absolutely insane, but the defense was just strong enough for MCanning. And Ryung, he's forced back. To be fair, this entire time, like, he has been creating workers. He does have his 3rd CC, so, you know, he does have a follow-up plan here. But yeah, he's just continuing to reinforce, trying to find whatever damage he can get done. Almost dives in.
And immediately dives out. Something died around that third base location. I guess it was just some bio.
Yeah.
He dropped in.
Okay, and now MCanning, he's switching into what he's known for, his famed unit, into Disruptors.
There we go. Not just going to be Disruptors here. Going to go into a more Blink Disruptor play that we've seen a lot more from Protoss, usually in PvP though. See how that works out here in PvT. Also going for the Dog Shrine.
Yeah, he's whipping everything out. I mean, why not, right? Like, he's got Blink on the way, he's got DTs on the way. I wouldn't be surprised if later on he goes Blink DT as well. And MCanning is playing this so well, like, he's sending Zealots all around the map just to make sure there are no extra bases being taken, just to keep an eye on, you know, whether Ryung has taken that 4th or if he's still stuck on 3.
Yeah, vision is absolutely key here in the PvT matchup. A lot of times it's kind of hard for, you know, depending on which phase of the game you're in, it's hard for either player to really win these big engagements. So you want to instead be winning an economic game.
Oh yeah, definitely. And
Like
as
with DCTs.
exactly, we've got DTs one in every single base. There are no missile turrets. Well, no, there is one. So one DT does. Oh, okay, they all get dealt with, but not before killing 10 SCVs.
Yeah, pretty good damage here for MCanning. Again, just whatever you can do to just try to slow down the economy of Ryung. You might look at 10 SCVs at this stage and sort of think, yeah, well, there's 3 orbital commands. Still plenty of mules to be used, but, you know, using a mule means you're not using a scan.
Yeah, honestly,
using a scan means you're not using a mule.
Yeah, honestly, it was some pretty good damage there. MCanning has to be a little bit careful.
Boss is so naked. He doesn't have a lot of anti-air. It's only a couple of stalkers.
Oh god,
almost losing that Colossus.
Almost, but now the Vikings are a little bit out of position, so one of them does get picked off at the same time, though the army is rotating down to the third base.
And Ryung is just trying to smash this while the army is cut in two. These zealots coming in, trying to go for a flank. It kind of works, but Ryung is also splitting his army so well against these disruptor shots. These Colossus still making it up the back line. Couple of them go down. And MCanning has to retreat.
Yeah, he's forced back. The majority of his gateway units have gone down. His Colossus are so low as well. A couple more tank volleys will take at least 1 or 2 of them out. So he's forced back now.
Yeah, it's always a feels bad moment when you pop that battery overcharge to when you're not even in the fight, when you know you need to replenish those shields for what's coming.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe a little bit mistimed there as more reinforcements arrive, more tanks slowly leapfrogging forward, and MCanning is forced in.
Yeah, these tanks look kind of exposed here for the Zealots, but that's because the Marines are in the back line. Beautiful EMPs, and Ryung just about gonna take this. Look at that army supply.
Exactly. He engaged this beautifully. The majority of the tanks survived, just shelling away constantly at the Protoss army, and with that, MCanning's army has been broken. The third has been broken. He evacuated the majority of the probes, which is nice, but like, what about his army? There's nothing really here other than this lone disruptor.
Yeah, doesn't have too many gateways. In fact, only 7 of them at this point. Even with Chrono Boost warp ins, you're not gonna have an army that can really take this.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
GG is called. Ryung gonna be taking game number 1. Loving the tactical plays here coming out from Ryung. Especially how he adapted, how he just adapted based on how MCanning reacted.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't think MCanning played that out poorly. I think, you know, he was for the most part keeping up with Ryung, but when it came to the engagements, especially in the center of the map, like Ryung just kind of came out more favored.
Absolutely. I mean, Ryung, ever since the early days, very much known for his positional play, particularly with his tanks. You can really see it there in the final assault. I don't want to say he babysat those tanks, but he absolutely made sure that they could do as much damage as possible without being too exposed. Having that bio in the sort of backline, it almost feels like towards the end there, Ryung just hit a massive morale shock or something. And MCanning had to go running.
Yeah, pretty much. And with that, Ryung takes the first game again. Like, this is why I'm really curious to see to see how this goes, as we are remaking the lobby, but like MCanning being one of the best Protosses in North America, going up against Ryung, someone who is a returning player, like this is I can't wait. The anticipation.
Neither can I, and if I know Canning, I know he's probably pretty excited as well. He's just a pretty excitable guy in general.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you want to support MCanning, check out his stream. I'm sure he's streaming his POV at the moment, his run in this tournament.
I can check that.
Oh. Sure, he's rocking the American flag right now. And if he's not, he should be.
Typically. Yep, MCanning currently live.
Beautiful.
So, of course, you can get some of his POV, also some of his inner thoughts as well over at twitch.tv/MCanning.
There.
Into his brain a little bit there, get a little bit of a, what's it called? Huh.
Yeah. As we are loading into game number 2, this time with WCS Gameheart.
Yeah, that is what we like to see. Usually because I can't really keep track of how many workers die.
Maybe we can count to 10.
Yeah, then
It's
you're
better.
out of the fingers. Oh, you know what? Actually,
Uh-huh.
there's this life hack.
Oh,
Instead of using your fingers, use like your knuckles.
your knuck. Oh,
You
then
get
you...
more to count.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, Yaku? That's why you're acing your classes, mate.
Haha! I need no calculator. As we spawn in here onto Oxide LE. LE, of course, standing for something or another. Here in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. The Red Terran player coming out from the land of South Korea. He has just... I don't even know how to describe that last game. Just some beautiful tactics coming out from him. Let's see what he's got for us here. Representing Team GP, he is a Tuna Terran himself. He is Ryung.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the American Protoss player. He is blue, he is red-white, he is all of the above. He is MCanning.
I feel a little bit insufficiently dressed for this.
I
I need to get my America bandana.
You need to get the American bandana out, yeah. Gonna get the cowboy
put on
hat.
the aviators.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, the denim jacket.
Oh god.
It's 32 degrees, but I'm gonna need a denim jacket.
Oh god. MCanning, he bleeds red, white, and blue. It's a problem. So
Yeah, Dr. Seven been able to figure that out.
F's in the chat.
Hey, Subic's fine. He's made it this long with that issue.
Oh god.
It's, not sure what's causing it.
Yeah. But we'll see how he does, because again, like in that straight up game, for the most part, he, as I said before, like he kept up with Ryung, especially despite Ryung going for something a little bit more cheeky, a little bit more committed and unorthodox. MCanning, he was able to scout it, he was able to respond. So we'll see what Ryung has in store for us in game 2.
Yeah, I do very much think it kind of came down to that final engagement and, a little couple of mistakes here and there that maybe MCanning had, keeping his Colossus a little bit more exposed, popping the shield battery a little early.
Yeah.
And, just a little bit of a miscalculation, a little bit of underestimating Ryung's tank positioning.
Yeah. Maybe just a little bit. Meanwhile, this game, he's dealing some damage. The Zealot waddled across the map, was able to delay the natural. Still delaying the natural.
Pretty important for... Yeah, there's not much that the Terran player can really do at this point against a single Zealot. Maybe Beefy. And again, whatever MCanning can really do, I think he kind of recognized that leaving Ryung alone in that last game just allowed him to snowball to the point where his army could smash him.
Yeah, maybe MCanning playing a little bit too safe already, killing the initial Marine and a Hellion. Nice.
Very nicely done there. And again, this is not a dedicated pressure force coming out from MCanning. Just, very nicely done. This is actually eating into Ryung's build quite a bit.
Yeah, like that natural was so delayed, and the Hellion went down earlier as well. Nice damage for only a single Zealot and an Adept.
And meanwhile, back at home, he's, not back at home. Over here in Ryung's side of the map, he is working on them Void Rays and continuing to just delay this Nexus.
Yeah.
Man, beautiful pressure MCanning is doing right now.
I love it because this isn't just pressure, this is like misdirection, Like Ryung, his attention is like, oh my god, this guy, he just keeps denying me. This also means that the Hellions can't be across the map, like scouting to see if there's anything missing. When it comes to the bases, he still has no idea that this is coming.
Yeah, he has mines, but are mines really what you want against Void Rays like this? They're decent, but not exactly reliable.
He revealed himself.
He did. And Ryung's got to make a choice right now. He only has mines as his anti-air. Where's he going to land them?
Yeah,
or borrow them, I should say.
Exactly. He has to spread them out as best he can. Meanwhile, we've got a Void Ray in the main base and a Void Ray in the natural. At the same time, the Hellions are trying to find some damage, but they're kind of stuck outside the bases.
Yeah, full wall over here by MCanning. Really knows that he has to focus everything on these Void Rays just in range. But single mine is not gonna be enough here.
Oh my god, the repair! Ah!
Huh. It's not every day you see mines getting repaired, but yeah, when you're in a little bit of a desperate position like this, you really do need to keep all your anti-air alive, including the Viking! Ryung!
Baited!
It really keeps it alive. Baited into the mines as well as the Cyclone. The shield batteries are still up and running, so it's not the end of the world here for MCanning.
Oh god, yeah, as the shield batteries just barely keep the Void Rays alive. Again, MCanning kind of needlessly losing one earlier. Oh, he did manage to kill a fair amount of workers. I believe 8 SCVs went down. Oh, at the same time, though, the Hellions get dropped into the main base of MCanning.
And Ryung is looking for revenge. These batteries, they overcharge. Can't really help you when you one-shot the probes like that. Decent from Ryung here. You know, again, just trying to equalize the damage as best he can.
I mean,
they need to do a little bit more than that, though.
Not just equalize the damage, he forced a recall on the Void Ray, so just MCanning completely abandoned this defensive position, and now it's going to go down. It's going to get cleaned up.
And just like that, we have ourselves a macro game.
Yeah, exactly. And this was a pretty heavy commitment by MCanning, right? This was 3 shield batteries.
So many shield batteries.
Yeah, exactly. And it all just gets cleaned up. Nicely done by Ryung, forcing MCanning to go back home, forcing MCanning to take a third.
Yeah, kill one of his gateways here as well, which absolutely not what you want. It's a Protoss player. It's going to take quite a number of minerals to remake that, and not to mention you just have less production against, say, an aggressive Terran player like Ryung.
Yeah, like grace under pressure for Ryung, right? Like it didn't even matter that he was being proxied and he didn't scout it until the last minute. And even now the Hellions sneak in. Oh my god, more workers are going down.
He's just leading his army on a wild goose chase. There's not much he can do. Really good lift here. And one Hellion not going to be enough to one-shot when there are shield batteries about. But yeah, as you said, Ryung just calm under pressure.
Yeah, like
getting
that was
a macro game out of this. Funnily enough, I feel like if Ryung actually did a normal build, if he didn't go for these Hellion mines, it might have actually been better for MCanning.
Maybe Ryung would have had a harder time cleaning them up without the Widow mines. So pretty interesting how things turned out in the end. As now Ryung, he is pushing out across the map. Again, he has his Widow mines here. He's got his Cyclones. There are a handful of units, and of course, there is a shield battery with overcharge available. Yeah,
battery overcharge versus stim. Who is gonna win? I have to favor battery overcharge in this scenario.
Yeah, but in the hands of Ryung, we'll see. We'll see. The tank joins the fray as well. And
it does. A couple of observers here, which, you know, it's good for revealing those mines and gives quite a bit of vision, but I feel like it also eats into supply quite a bit. And MCanning just doesn't have a lot of it to spare. Good mine hits. Decent mine hits, I should say. But now the bio is starting to move in. Battery overcharge has been popped. Ryung just gonna wait it out, it seems.
Yeah, and once it's waited out, like the majority of the army has already kind of been snuffed out. I don't know, like there's nothing stopping Ryung from really just moving on forward, stimming on top of this Protoss army.
Well, the thing that's keeping him from doing that is he needs to get his tanks in position first.
Yeah, he moves his tanks
really
forward.
It's keeping himself behind, Yeah,
and now he's forced to pull the boys.
Yeah, it's absolutely not what you want against Marines like this. The blink not really working out. The tank does not go down, Light. How does it not go down?
No one knows, mate. Something about Ryung's tanks. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. He stims forward. Everything goes down. There are a couple of stalkers being walked in, but GG gets called.
Ryung taking a quick little TVP. Gonna be moving on to face the winner of Hero versus Armani. Not Hero with a E. It's neither Liquid Hero nor CJ Hero. I'm talking about Hero with an I. Singapore player. And we just got confirmation. Armani taking that series 2-0.
Oh, GG. I'm also
so
really
now we're getting a TVC.
Yeah, and I'm also really surprised. Like there was another pretty fast series as well. Nightmare 2-0 Go Joey. That was quick.
Nightmare popping off. Now facing Zest. Ooh.